Shelby Holliday from the Wall Street Journal with us right now. Shelby, when you look at these polls, and it's fascinating, when you add these third-party candidates, particularly Governor Gary Johnson, it is a tighter race, and it used to be a tighter race for Mrs. Clinton. Again, depending on the poll, what do you make of the factor these candidates have?
You're right. If you look at some polls, Hillary Clinton actually has support taken away from her when Gary Johnson's added to the mix, more so than Donald Trump. And it's a little counterintuitive, Neil, because if you look at the policies of Gary Johnson, they're very much in line with the Republican Party. He's fiscally conservative. He has a record of cutting taxes and balancing budgets. He believes in limited government. He's a champion of school choice. But when you look at these polls, he's actually hurting Clinton more than he is Trump. And Clinton has been on the road cautioning voters, a vote for Gary Johnson. She won't say his name. A vote for a third-party candidate is a vote for Donald Trump, because she's worried that he may actually do enough damage to cost her swing states. And we're looking at swing states. They're getting very tight right now. Florida, Colorado, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, those are all within 2 points in the Real Clear Politics average. And if Gary Johnson gets just a little bit of support, he could take those states away from Hillary Clinton. Or he could tip it into Donald Trump's hands. I mean, we saw that Ralph Nader effect in Florida in 2000. Exactly. How realistic is that? It's realistic in states where the vote is extremely close. So, right now it's a little hard to tell. We still have 39 days before the election. But I have personally been speaking to voters who are Republicans. They are torn between Hillary Clinton and Gary Johnson because they don't want to vote for Donald Trump. And Gary Johnson's a real choice for them. And for them, it's a conscious choice. They're voting for somebody who won't win. Even with his recent, screw-ups and not being able to name a world leader in Aleppo and all that, I guess the increased attention to that has raised his profile. Well, that has raised his profile. He's gotten more television time, more press. He got his 6th major newspaper endorsement. And when you talk to voters... Chicago Tribune, that's a biggie. That's a big one, Chicago Tribune. So when you talk to voters who are thinking about voting for Gary Johnson, their question is, why should that disqualify him if he can't remember Aleppo when these other candidates have problems with setting up personal email servers or fat-shaming a former Miss Universe? They don't see that as a game changer or a game ender for Gary Johnson. It's going to be interesting. It'll be very interesting. Real quick, I know what I'm going to say. So does he take away, that is Gary Johnson, more votes from Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Well, some polls, he takes away about the same amount. But there was a Reuters poll recently. Hillary Clinton in a head-to-head had 44%. Donald Trump had 38%. When you added those other candidates to the mix, particularly Gary Johnson, Clinton's support goes down 2 points. Trump's stays the same. Wow. So he does impact Hillary Clinton more in most of these polls. Wild. Shelby, thank you. You're an encyclopedia. All right. Thank you. Thanks for having me.